former U.S. president and Republican presidential candidate. Donald Trump has said that he would impose a reciprocal tax on countries like India if re-elected. Trump has also criticized India for having imposed high tariffs on foreign goods. Trump has in fact also stated that India is among major global economies and that applies some of the highest tariffs, particularly in comparison to the USA. Trump, however, acknowledged that his positive relationship with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, even quoted an example of motorcycle manufacturer Harley Davidson and recounted their struggles with India's steep tariffs. He said that he was told that around 150% was being charged as tariffs. All right, joining me at this point of time is Major General Sudhakar Ji. At this very particular time, Trump, after just days after he has said great things about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has in fact made a big statement saying that India is one of those countries which has been charging increased tariffs, and latest pitch to voters by the presidential candidate of the Republican Party is the reciprocal tax against India's high tariffs. How do you view this?
Simran, thank you for getting me back to back your show. You see, he is digging his own grave. If he does that, there is a huge Indian diaspora, and most of them I have been out of so many provinces. USA has at least I have been to good number of provinces at the grassroots level. There is a grassroots swell in favor of Trump today. But with these kind of articulations, although he is trying to balance out by softening his statement, talking in favor of Narendra Modi, is going to do a lot of harm at this juncture. Because tariff imposition is a very objective exercise as far as the two economies are concerned. 2022-23, yes, USA and India, they had posted the highest, I would say, bilateral trade commercial activities. Now it has declined. China has gone back to its old position of being the largest trading partner with India as far as the current statistics are concerned. You see, if they have to impose a high tariff, India has to protect its national interest. There is a meaning and purpose behind this high tariff, 150% of this motorcycle. That is basically to protect our domestic market. And unless it does in that same manner, we may be actually playing into a very vicious cycle. So therefore, I would say that India has taken the right course of action. However, between two strategic partners, largest democracies in the world, everything is negotiable. It can be talked out. It should not be like, Pannu or terrorists like Canada Prime Minister is talking all rubbish. So these things can be discussed. There are certain issues which have to be discussed after person X, Y, Z comes to power. Certain issues which have to be negotiated. Certain issues which have to be picked up for the debates and the discussions in the campaigning season. I don't think this is the right kind of a theme that he has picked up. Donald Trump has to guard against such kind of articulation, because today I doubt if USA can actually go ahead with its superpower objective of being a superpower in 21st century without the support and help of India. India can do without America, to be very
Major
honest.
General Sudhakar Ji, at this point of time, as you are saying that he is digging his own grave, but while making a poll pitch, he in fact very categorically has accused India of being the biggest charger of the tariffs, and cited the example of the tariffs and the import taxes on Davidson bikes as well. But do you think this is worth of an issue for a poll pitch when he's seeking a second term at this point of time, or there are much better issues which could be also given importance, and there are issues within the states as well that could have been given due share of attention as well?
Certainly not, Simran. Thanks once again, compliments for picking up the right theme. Certainly not. In fact, I don't know who his advisors are. This is a very wrong, I would say, inappropriate theme to have been picked up by Donald Trump when he is neck to neck. Neck to neck means the Democrats have got an upper edge over the Republicans today. by picking up such kind of things, he is actually losing a favorable disposition. They have a large number, significant percentage of Indian diaspora who will be participating in the elections. So I don't think he's doing the right thing. But however, he should also be mindful of one thing. Donald Trump, being a businessman, he would be aware of it. Today, if at all there is any country in the world, we are not talking about China. China's dynamics are different. If at all there is a huge consumer base, Simran, let me share the statistics if I remember offhand correctly. As on 1st of January 2024, India has got the highest number of consumer-based people who are spending more than $12. $12 is the smallest denomination identified by the Global Economic Forum and such like organization. More than $12 spent by people in any country today, India has got greater figure, more figure than 500 million. 500 million, US doesn't even have that much of population. So 345 million is not even comparable with 500 million people in India spending more than $12 a day. A day I'm talking of. That is the kind of consumer base. Well, if USA wants to take advantage of this, they are welcome. China, in any case, they are falling apart. China has got a greater figure today, as on today, 787 million, but it's going to decline in foreseeable future. By 2030. It will be coming to around 1,000 million, whereas India's 500 is going to rise up to something close to 800 plus million. So as the time is passing by, India is growing notches higher and higher, overtaking China. So therefore, it is the call of USA. Which market do they have to look for? There is no market comparable as that of India today. This is the biggest attraction as far as whether you talk about politics or economics or defense collaboration. Why do you think USA has gone in for a progressive kind of agreement with India post 2020? Prior to that, it was a regressive relationship. You talk about Comcasa, talk about Limo, talk about Beka, talk about ICT, that initiative on critical technology. Such kind of agreements have not been found anywhere between USA and some of the very close partners amongst the NATO countries, which are existing with India. So why? Why is it so? Yes, enemy is one, China, that is okay. But America also wants to take advantage of the consumer base that India has. The rest all things are the observations which Donald Trump is raising. They are highly negotiable. It can be talked out between India and America. There are many issues which are being discussed even now while you and me are discussing in the panel. So there is a long way because the relationship is not a transactional one. This has to be understood by the Americans. So as the American the leaders. It is gone are the days when the transactional relationship is to drive between India and America. Now it has come to be a kind of a very meaningful, pragmatic and realistic. It is driven by not geopolitics, it is driven by geoeconomics. And when you talk about geoeconomics, India is here to shine for another century. This is the glowing tribute to our civilizational values and ethos in the economics. We are going back in our time, yes, in terms of our wealth and economy, but we are progressive in our outlook to become a developed country by 2047.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.